Okay, so this is the second half of 2-1's lesson. We're looking at questions like question number 11. It says if f of 2 is 3 and f prime of 2 is 1, find the equation of the line tangent, equation of the tangent line when x is 2. So it wants you to make a tangent line. In order to make a tangent line, you need, well, in order to make a line, you need slope and a point. And because we're dealing with the derivative at a point, that's we can get the tangent line at that point. So if we have a parabola, this point right here is if we draw a line through it, is a tangent to the curve. And we can get the equation of that line if we have the slope and a point, the point and the slope, I should say. So knowing that the derivative f prime deals with the rate of change, which is slope, we can get the tangent line. So first of all, they say f of 2 is 3. So you got to think of this as f of x equals a y value. So our point we're going to use is 2, 3. And here when you see f prime of 2, this thing should be interpreted as the slope or the derivative at x equals 2. So this is the derivative at x equals 2, and then you should interpret that as the slope or the rate of change or the instantaneous rate of change at x equals 2 on the original graph, which we don't have the original graph drawn, but something like we have over here on the parabola. So you have a point and a slope, and you're just going to do, sorry, the slope is 1, not 2. You're going to do the equation of a line. The answers are in the form of point-slope form, so that's y minus y1 equals m, x minus x1. So you're going to just plug in your values. Y minus 3 equals m1, x minus 2. And then if you look at your answers, y minus 3, x minus 2, apparently C is the answer. But we have a oh, I'm sorry, I used the wrong slope. Slope was negative 1. Sorry about that. Negative 1. So change this to a minus 1. And that, they distribute it? No, they don't even distribute it. So that's answer choice C. So apologize for putting the wrong slope on there, but that's what you have to do for a question like that. So to reiterate what happened was we took the point 2, 3 and the slope negative 1, and we created a line using the point slope formula, which not only is a line, but it's the slope of the tangent line to the graph. And I don't know what this graph looks like. I just know that there's a line, a tangent line coming off it that is in that form. Okay, moving to the next type of question. So there's a few questions like that. Then we're going to move to the next type of question, which is 13. Find the derivative of y equals 2. Well, if we go back to what a derivative is a rate of change at a point on a graph. Well, so it's a rate of change or the slope. It's a slope at a point on the graph. If we think about what the graph of y equals 2 looks like, well, that's a line going through 2 on the y-axis, a horizontal line going through 2 on the y-axis. And if I look at that, I say to myself, what's the slope of that line? And just from basic knowledge of slope, you can say that m equals 0 on this. So this draws two conclusions. Well, mainly one conclusion here is the derivative of a constant like y equals 2, y equals pi, the slope anywhere on that line is going to be 0. So if I say, what's the derivative of 2? You would say 0. What's the slope at a point on y equals 2? The answer is 0. Moving on to the next set, which just says, find the slope of the tangent line of the graph of 3x. F of x equals 3x minus 1. It wants the slope of the tangent line. Well, just from basic knowledge of algebra, this is 3x minus 1 is a line that has a positive slope going through 1 on the y-axis, or sorry, negative 1 on the y-axis, with a slope of up 3 over 1. So anywhere on this graph, the slope is always going to be the m in y equals mx plus b. Now you can do that for a line because it gives you it. The slope is 3. So when it says find the slope of the tangent line, well, that slope is 3 at x equals negative 1. Okay, and any other point on the line also. So those could be done without necessarily knowing how to do calculus. You just have to know what a tangent line is. So that's, okay, so now we're going to move on to a parabola. It wants the equation of the tangent line of the graph of f of x equals x squared minus 2x minus 3. Now you have to find the derivative doing the long method. Okay, I'm going to fill in what I need to know here. So this is x plus h squared minus 2x plus h minus 3 minus, this is all on top of the fraction, f of x squared minus 2x minus 3. So be careful with this, and this is all over h. So that wasn't very, very neat to do. You have to square all that out and distribute, so that's going to make, let me start over here. Okay, if I square this, I get x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. If I distribute this, I get negative 2x minus 2h minus 3 is next. If I distribute this negative sign h thing, I get negative x squared plus 2x plus 3, and that's all over h. Now we can let some cancellation begin here. That goes, 3's go, 2x goes, and that's nice because everything has an h in it now. So I can rewrite this like last night's homework, that f prime of x is going to equal the limit as h approaches 0. And I'm going to factor out an h out of each one of these. That's going to leave me a 2x behind. It's going to leave me an h behind here and a negative 2 here all over h. The h's cancel again. We're going to send the h to 0 that's in here. And I'm left with f prime of x. The derivative is 2x minus 2. Now I can do that in my head, and that does check. Okay, yeah, but I'm not done yet. I have to find the tangent line to a point at negative 2, 5. Negative 2, 5. So this, the original question is a parabola. It's a happy face parabola doing something. And I want to go to negative 2 and find out what the slope is at that point. So I need the slope. Well, this is the slope equation. The derivative of the slope equation is what I call it. So I need the slope at negative 2. So I'm going to take the derivative and put in a negative 2 and do the math, hopefully. Don't mess it up. This is negative 4 minus 2. I got negative 6. It appears to be right. It's the slope. Now I'm going to use the point negative 2, 5 and create a line. Y minus 5 equals negative 6. X minus a minus 2 is plus 2. We're going to distribute the 6 to each thing. So y minus 5 equals negative 6x minus 12. Let's bring this 5 over by addition. And I get y equals negative 6x minus 7. I don't know if which form they put it in. I think they put it in standard. Yeah, they put it in standard form. So I can bring this over. So 6x, bring it over this way, plus y, bring the 7 over by addition, and that should match the answer at the top of the screen. Let's see. 6x plus y plus 7 equals 0. So that is the equation of the tangent line at that point on the graph. Okay. And that's the last question I'm going to do for a review here. It's just about time to go. God bless you. You feel better. Amen.